What is up, Cool Stuff guests? Welcome back to another episode of What's in the Box. I'm your host, Mark Daly, otherwise known as Crammy Lad, and today we're opening some Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystic Fighters. Ooh, what does it say on the box? They always have something interesting to talk about the set a little bit. It's always in 2 words usually. Shape-shifting Dragon Maids. Hey, there you have it right there. Shape-shifting Dragon Maids. So we got ourselves some hot cards list going on too. So if we see a good card in here, we're gonna point it out and show it off to you guys. So today we're gonna be opening a whole case of this new set, Mystic Fighters, and then after this, if we got some time, we're opening a whole case of Card Fight Vanguard as well. So make sure you stick around for the entire stream, everybody. As always, make sure you have the channel followed right there on at CoolStuffInc. Join our little family. And if you do feel so inclined as well, Amazon Prime is a great way to sub for free because Amazon Prime gives you access to Twitch Prime, and Twitch Prime does give you 1 free sub once a month to a streamer of your choice. So if you love what you're seeing on the Cool Stuff channel, make sure you show them some love. And all right, without any further ado, let's start. So I gotta open these guys up first. I'm gonna open up half the case and put it on the tray, and let's see what we get with it. Oh, I don't have a trusty garbage can next to me today. It's okay, it's okay. I'll make a little pile for now. But what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? It is the 21st. Turkey Day is ever so close. Get to eat all that amazing food and then just crash. What a better way to spend your day. Also, I know we're about to open up some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I know y'all have been playing Sword and Shield. Tell me about your Sword and Shield experience, because let me tell y'all, I am loving that game. That game is so good. So gas. Speaking of gas, let's see if we can pull any gas out of this case here of Mystic Fighters. Alright, let's get all these off. Shape-shifting Dragon Maids. What will these guys come up with next, you know? So crazy. Reminds me of this one Final Fantasy XIV expansion where everybody's literally a dragon. But hey, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! They love themselves some dragons. If I remember correctly, it's been a minute. We haven't really gotten a chance to do a lot of these What's in the Box lately. I know last month or earlier this month rather, we were supposed to open up some of the new Pokemon set and some other things, but tragedy struck a few of us here, so we had to unfortunately miss out on those. But hey, What's in the Box is around to stay. So if any of these popular games come out with a new set, you bet we're probably opening it. There's just, why wouldn't we, you know? Why would we not open it? All right, this case is almost open. Don't you worry, chat. We'll be right on our way. Let's open these last few ones up. But yeah, chat. Tell me about your Turkey Day plans. You know, tell me about your. What is your plan? You know, what's y'all's plan? Are we just eating massive amounts of turkey and then just crashing out on the couch, or like we getting ready to do some crazy Black Friday shopping? Giving all of our dollars back to Target and Walmart and whatever big department stores are out there? I know that won't be me because I'm gonna be in Daytona that day, setting up a stream for the Pokemon TCG and VG regionals that's going to be held that weekend. I know it's so bold of Pokemon to hold a giant event on the same weekend as Thanksgiving. But hey, Thanksgiving is on Thursday, right? So I guess the idea is like celebrate a Thursday, get to Daytona by Friday, spend infinite on your plane ticket. All right, here we go. Case is opened up. Let's bust some packs, chat. Right here. Look at that. Mystic Fighters. Let's get it. All right. Oh, is everything foil in these sets? Everything is foil in this set. All right, cool, cool. So a little bit beforehand, I was supposed to have a list of the hot cards, but we didn't really get a chance to do it because we're dealing with some technical difficulties. But we got through it because our tech is just so awesome at his job. Shout out Rich Castle, the guy's awesome. But I didn't know this whole pack was foil, and I love it when they do these with the packs. It's so cool. Dragon's Gunfire, like that's a really old card. I remember seeing that. All right, but we did not pull any of the cool cards yet. But there's our secret. You gotta love secret rares, chat. They look so nice. All right. Stamping Destruction. Oh gosh. Mathmech Super Factorial. What a name. That's actually one of the hot cards too we were looking for as well. One of these super cool trap cards. Look at that. Second pack, and we pulled it. Target up to 3 Mathmech monsters in your graveyard with different names and activate one of these effects. Special summon one of them, but their effects are negated. Then, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one Mathmech synchro monster using only those monsters and shuffle the materials into the deck instead of sending them to the graveyard. Or special summon them, but their effects are negated. Then, immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon one Mathmech Xyz monster using only those monsters. You can only activate one Mathmech Super Factorial per turn. This card seems pretty good, chat. So, how about we put it on the that's pretty good paper. The hey, that's pretty good. What are they separated by, like ultras as well? Look at that. Dragon Maid. Dragon Maid, welcome. She welcomes you. But don't want to lag behind too much. Gotta get my speed back. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't know, those Dragon Maids. Geomathmech Magma. All right, see, and we thought Vanguard had the hard names, chat. We thought they had the hard names. House Dragomaid, or Dragon Maid. That's the cover card. It's cool. Cover card of the set. It's a fusion monster. Ooh, another one of those. I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of these cards. I have that feeling right now about this set. Final Sigma. Jeez, that's pretty looking. Dragon Maid. And chat, if you guys see any cards that you want me to stop and read for you, or you want to get a better look at it, just let me know. I'm glad to do that. Also, something to note, these cards will be available for purchase this Friday. This Friday, you'll be able to purchase all these awesome cards you're seeing. Yo, the Goat Master, the king, one of the kings of Goat right here, Jinzo. Kitchen Dragon Maid. Right there, that's another one of those hot cards I'm looking for as well. Look at that. Dragon Maid. If you guys are familiar with Final Fantasy XIV online, she looks like one of the Auras. It's pretty cool. Interesting. All right. I don't want to slow down, though, for any reason at all. Let's keep going, Chad. Dark World Dealings, Gene Raider Boss Bite, and Boss Quest. Oh, this guy's crazy looking. Gene Raider Boss of Iron. Look at Jinzo, hey. Oh, Nidhogg. Nidhogg was actually the name of the main bad guy. Speaking of FF14, I know I've been on that for a second just now, but that was one of the main. That was the main bad guy in it's Heaven's Ward. Mathmech Equation. Hey, we were looking for this card as well. Look at that. There's a bunch of equations going on here. A little bit of binary, zeros and ones and zeros and ones. Gotta love it. The boss quest. Yeah, anybody out there in the chat, tell me, are you excited for any cards in this set? Is there anything you're looking for exactly? Or is this just, you know, one of those sets where you buy a couple of the cards and you move on from them? Primatech, Bertane, oh man, sorry. But that's one of those other hot cards as well. Look at that. Pretty cool looking. I'll start piling them up here. I'm sure we're going to have a little pile of good cards here in a moment. Dragon Maid. You got all these little random, like, themes that Yu-Gi-Oh! Goes for in their sets. Some of them are pretty good. Like, I like the Dino Wrestlers a lot. Those are pretty cool. Oh, what? Did we not get a secret in that pack? That's interesting. Interesting. Wow. So there wasn't a secret rare in that pack, and I think it was only either 4 cards or 5 cards. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. I guess not every pack is guaranteed a secret. That'd be something, right? Another Mathmech equation. Hey. Dovellgus. Gene Raider, Boss of Iron. Wow. Dragon Maid, welcome. The chat is, please tell me, is anybody out here playing Sword and Shield? Are we playing Sword and Shield yet, chat? Can we not put that game down? Because I sure can't. Let me tell you right now, my journey with that game has been pretty awesome. So, I wasn't actually supposed to have the game this on release. So what happened was Mathmech Induction. Ooh, that's pretty. But I couldn't afford the game, unfortunately, because you know, tragedy struck, and I haven't really been able to pay for fun things lately. And I guess the people at work heard about that, and they pulled together. So I took the Friday off and the Monday and Tuesday of this week to play the game and stream it myself from home. But that didn't work out, unfortunately, still. But you know, they wanted to help me out, and Liz convinced me to take her to work that Friday morning, and I was like, why am I okay? And I pull up here, and they coax me to come into the back and talk to them. This whole time, I'm just like, oh man, what did I do? And they all just surprised me with a copy of the game. Like, that's so awesome. So I actually did get to play it on release, and very awesome coworkers here at Cool Stuff. And I know I've been having a blast with it so far. Like, I'm on the championship right now. No spoilies, I guess. I'll try, but yeah, we're almost at the end of the storyline. Game's definitely awesome. I love the fact, like, the wild area is great. It's a little like spotty sometimes, but I don't know. I love the whole idea of it. I love that I'm just walking around and out of nowhere a Garbodor is chasing after me, like. Or like you see a Sneasel or a Lucario like Naruto running at you. Little things like that. Something that's terrifying though. This is terrifying. Gengar will just get up and start. Whoa! Look at my hand. That's sick. Gengar will just get up and start floating towards you. Like so. That's a little terrifying. Another Kitchen Dragon Maid. All these awesome cards. My boss was like telling me, make sure you sort these cards while you're opening them. And literally there's 2 rarities in this set, so I don't know what he wants from me. Maybe he meant for Vanguard. I guess I'll just ask him when I'm done with all this. Or if he's like alpha sort it as you're doing it. Oh man, that man would have been crazy if he asked me that. Dovellgus. Dragon Maid. But yeah, chat, if you want to be interactive with us while we're doing this, hit up Twitter and put that hashtag Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing in your latest tweet. Let everyone know what you're doing right now, who you're watching, who you're hanging out with. You're hanging out with Crammy Lad and company at Cool Stuff's What's in the Box stream. We're just opening all these busted cards. Look at this thing. Get over here. Put there. There you go. There you go. Another one of those super awesome Xyz monsters that come out of this set. And make sure you guys stick around the whole time too, because if you can't get enough of me, we're going to be doing a whole case of Vanguard after this. Wow. So wild. Whole case of Vanguard. Whole case. That's a name. Jormungandr, Gene Raider, Boss of Eternity. Gosh, this guy looks crazy looking. Jormungandr? Jinzo. Why don't we just put that card on the What's in the Box screen? That's the real gold in this set. Mardell, Gene Raider, Boss of Light. And I'm pretty sure it's one of... Yes, it is. It's a hot card. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hot card. Fun doesn't stop here, though. I keep just slamming through these packs, chat. Ooh, we got a full play set of Math Mech Equation. Oh gosh, these names are getting me today. Hopefully I'm not getting that ick that's going around, because let me tell you, chat. Just down to this? Okay. Let me tell you, chat. The weather change down here in Florida. Traditionally, whenever the weather changes in Florida, everyone gets sick. Literally everybody. So right now we're doing the Keanu Reeves, and we're trying to dodge every single bit of that sickness. Because, man, let me tell you, I don't want to go to my first casting gig for, like, a big stream, and I'm just like, hey, guys, you just played a peak and coughing the whole time, you know? That wouldn't be good for the viewers at home. And I think we're going to be one of the first, we're going to be like the only regional that's happened this season that's been streamed that's going to have a Ethernet connection. So it's actually going to be viewable, you know? Like, I mean, all the streams are viewable. Like, shout out to Battle Factory and like Battle Factory and Top Cut Comics, all those guys for I don't know if it's Top Cut Comics anymore. I'm sorry if it's not that, but you know, for putting up those streams anyhow, even with the hindrance of not having an Ethernet connection, because man, those venues, they get you sometimes with the costs of things. So that's why they didn't have Ethernet for a lot of those past regionals, if anybody was watching any of them. That's why, that's why it looks spotty, because you know it's really hard to transmit 1,600 kilobytes of data, you know, per second over the air that is Wi-Fi. But Daytona is going to be insane. I cannot wait to help production on that, or help do the production on that. Yeah, production's fun, chat. I love streaming. Haven't been able to really in a while, though, because again, tragedy struck. But we're back, though. We're getting back into the swing of things. Cool Stuff helping me out too, just giving me time on a camera to practice and whatnot. I appreciate that. It's a lot of fun. Also, keeping my hands warm too. You know, open these packs so fast. Super Factorial. We got a playset of that card now too. Let's go. Let's go. Boss Quest. Nice. Boss Stage. Hey, this first one we've seen of this. So many old ones in this set, too. I remember Stamping Destruction. That was a cool one. Dark World Dealings. Ooh, another Super Factorial. Appropriate. You know that card? We remember that card. That was an old one, man. Lone Fire Blossom. That was a big one for some of you. Ooh, double secrets in this pack. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Another Super Factorial. It's getting a little too valuable up in here, chat. Getting all that luck, getting all the good cards. Man, another one. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that card's seen its time. We have enough of that one. These guys are cool looking though. Yeah, chat as always though. If there's anything you want to see close up or anything you want me to explain or like you want me to show it off a little bit or read it to you, just let me know. Just hanging out here. We're hanging out. Or tell me about your day, chat. How is everyone doing? Who's watching right now? Who's lurking? Who's lurking? Press 1 if you're lurking. Press 1, the big one. Ooh, another Mardell. Hey. Yeah, chat. I got a pretty crazy week ahead of me next week. So I'm gonna come to work. Oh, there you are. There they are. There they are. I got a pretty crazy week ahead of me though next week. So I'm gonna come to work for the first 3 days of that week, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm gonna try to put together a stream of some kind, so my actual stream just doesn't like have a whole week of nothing. Yo, Thanatos, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Cool Stuff family. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Thanks for joining us. And for anybody just now getting here, we're opening up some Yu-Gi-Oh! Mystic Fighters, whole case of it. You can see it right there on the screen. Out of this 3-screen panel, the top right one, it's where you see all the interesting stuff they're opening up, or what we'll be doing. You know, look at all these packs I have left. Yeah, like I was saying though, man, got a long week ahead of me next week. So I'm gonna do my Monday through Wednesday because I believe we have Thursday off here. Blessed be the holidays, right? Giving us office workers a day off for the holidays. And then immediately after, so that Thursday I'm gonna do turkey stuff. Then immediately after, probably not Black Friday shop because, oh man, I don't have the funds for that. But then I have to go get ready to set up a regional for Pokemon, and that's going to be pretty fun. I can't wait for that, honestly. But boy, it's going to be tiring, that's for sure. But is there anything good in this set particularly, chat? Like, you know, is there an archetype that's going to come out of this, like a new deck, or are we just looking at reprints right now? Because I don't play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh myself. I do like play the GOAT. I do play the GOAT format with friends, and like I look at it sometimes, like the meta and whatnot. Because like I mean, again, you know, I work at a building where literally everybody plays card games, so there's bound to be people that play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively that I can talk to you about it. Kitchen Dragon Maid. Yo, lurkers are honestly the real ones, though. The most supportive. They're just chilling. Trying to enjoy what you're doing, you know? Having a good time with you. Benzo? Move that over. Putting a pretty big dent in this case, chat. We're almost basically halfway through it. Ooh, another boss stage. Hey. Yeah, for anybody also that didn't hear this earlier, we're not only opening this case of Yu-Gi-Oh!, we're also opening a case of Card Fight Vanguard. So that should be fun. All these Japanese card games being opened up today on stream. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You guys remember when Final Fantasy trading card game was a thing? Still is, but not here at Cool Stuff, unfortunately. But man, that was definitely a game. I played Opus 1 through 3, those formats. Pretty fun game. There was definitely a lot of things that needed to be worked on. Like I remember when the game first started being a thing, you couldn't draw. Like if you try, like if a game ended in a tie, you both just lost. I was like, geez, man, that's brutal. But I've heard since then it's different. Wouldn't mind trying that game again. Let me tell you though, chat, if you live in Florida, you should definitely be playing at Cool Stuffs because so in addition to just having all the cards ever here at the Maitland location, we have a huge Yu-Gi-Oh community. Like every Friday night, we have our locals that start at 7, and chat, let me tell you, like 60 people show up to this thing, man. Like it's wild. It's jam-packed with Yu-Gi-Oh players and Magic players on Friday night. Like that, those games definitely just pop off. And also, while you're here on that Friday, you can pick up some of this new set as well. So if there's anything in this set that you love, you absolutely love some of these reprints or these new secret rares that are coming out in this set, you can pre-order them today actually on CoolStuff's website and then pick them up on Friday, or you can just buy them outright on Friday. If we have any in stock, obviously, you know, while supplies last. You got to make sure you say that little asterisk, while supplies last. But yeah, chat, treat yourself. Treat yourself 2019. What if Parks and Rec was still going? What if? I feel like the show wouldn't be as good if it was still going. It kind of, you know, for me, watching that show, I think it ultimately ended for me on the episode where they were, like, looking ahead X many years. Because that following season where, like, Leslie and Ron, like, dislike each other and, like, you know, the whole, like, Leslie and Ben are parents now. Like, very, you know, it's cute, but I feel like that was just, you know, the end of the contract. We're like, okay, this is the season that we have to make just to fulfill the contract. That's what it felt like to me. You know, it's still a good season nonetheless, but, like, it definitely, like, wasn't nearly as good as some of the past seasons of that show. I started watching, Liz and I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So basically just going down the list of Michael Schur shows. Yeah, that show's pretty funny. Andy Samberg's pretty good. Andre, I don't remember his last name, but the guy that played the civil rights lawyer on Law and Order, like that guy's like the captain in that show, which is crazy. That show is just like a melting pot of just so many ridiculous actors from over the years. It does a good job of not taking itself seriously at all either. Because it's like, oh my gosh, it's supposed to be a cop show. Yeah, Andy Samberg does a good job. Even though, unfortunately, a lot of times whenever I see anything that he's in, I'm just like, oh man, I can't get The Lonely Island out of my head. But still, it's good. I'm sure he appreciates that as the actor there. He's like, all right, at least I'm remembered for funny stuff, you know, like I'm supposed to be. Jinzo. Nidhogg. See if we can blaze through some of these. But yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Interesting show so far. Do enjoy the cast. I thought I wasn't gonna like a lot of it, but it takes a moment. You gotta let the show grow on you a little bit. And once it grows on you, then it's like, okay, this is a, no, I wouldn't say bingeable show, but like, you know, you can sit down and watch it with friends. It's funny. It's enjoyable. Jinzo. Something I actually been trying to keep up with like weekly as it comes out. So Jenna Fisher, the lady who plays Pam Beesly on The Office, her and Angela Kinsey, the woman who plays Angela on The Office, they started a podcast called Office Ladies, and like they literally just go over each episode. And right now they just finished season 1 basically, but they go over the episode and tell you like, oh, this is what was happening during that episode, like in time, like, oh, we had to do this one scene this many times because like, you know, Steve Carell couldn't stop making me laugh at this part or something like that. Like it's really cool. They really go into like the nit grit of the episode and like talk about like their life basically as it was there. And what's really interesting about them too as a cast is they were all pretty good friends with each other throughout the making of the show. So like, you know, a lot of shows it's just like they say their lines, they go in, they get off, and they go. You know, they continue their day. But like this, you know, they had more of like a little family aspect to it. So you get better, you know, jokes and you get better stories like that, I would say. And some of them are pretty good. Like, fun fact for those of you out there, the episode, The Alliance, where it ends with Dwight being in a box and like he just pops out of a box at the end. During the initial shots where the box was like just closed and you as a viewer think Dwight's in there, it's actually the prop director. The prop director is the man in the box most of the episode. And to do that whole episode, they had to get like 400 boxes on the fly. Like literally 400 boxes that they had with the Dunder Mifflin print on it and everything like that. And the guys that told him, they were like, oh, okay, well, it's going to be like a month before we can get it to you. He's like, oh, I need to buy tomorrow. And they were like, oh, okay. And you have to make so many boxes because, you know, you're going to go through so many takes and you have to have a fresh box for each take just for continuity's sake, right? It's just so interesting the things they tell you in these episodes. You know, kind of gives you a behind the scenes. It's enjoyable. Check it out. They're a growing podcast. support growing things, support growing businesses, you know? Without them, these big businesses wouldn't exist, right? I'm sure Konami started as just, you know, an idea at one point, you know? Or gambling machines, one of the two. But, you know, it definitely started as an idea. You know, they had video games and card games and apparently gambling machines, but all right, halfway through the case. Just about, probably a little bit more than halfway at this point. And it is just going, chat. It's not stopping anytime soon. You know, today at lunch, I almost had the opportunity to go and go to, what's it called, Popeyes, because I need to settle the score for myself, chat. Who has a better chicken sandwich? And I didn't get a chance to, because I got home and, like, I totally usually pack all my stream stuff, because I do a stream every Thursday night here in the store. Y'all should check it out. But, and usually the night before, I set up all my stuff, and I have it just in the living room ready to go. And when I got home, though, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't set up anything last night. So I had to spend my lunch loading up my truck and then getting back here on time. So, missed opportunities to get Popeye's chicken sandwich. But it's okay. It's there for a limited time, so I have a limited time to get said sandwich. Or I can just Uber Eats it, one of the two, you know? You know, how much I talk about Uber Eats, they should just sponsor me at this point. Yo, Mr. Uber, if you're watching this stream right now, my email is crammyladlive@gmail.com. Send me an email, dude. We'll work it out. That or Fiji water, if any of you, if any representatives for Fiji water are watching as well. Because, can you imagine? All the workers here would lose it if we had a Fiji water sponsorship, and, you know, the Fiji water just kept us hydrated here at Cool Stuff. Well, I don't know if everybody would lose it. I know I would lose it. That'd be crazy. It's been a joke of mine. I've been saying that I'm going to get Fiji to sponsor something of mine at some point in my life. And everybody's like, dude, you got to drop that, bro. It's never going to happen. Let me tell you right now. It's going to happen one day. A jersey. A big jersey that says Crammy Lad on. And there's going to be a big Fiji water logo. Right as I'm dumping a bottle of Fiji water over my head. Oh gosh, the tray has Joy-Con drift. There it is. All right, I had to push it back. How do I open these so fast, man? That's crazy. Oh man, so I have a feels bad man story actually. It's not that bad, but you know, it's to be expected from the first timers. So I applied for Twitch Partner on my personal channel a couple weeks ago, and because I had really good stats, right? So I had really good stats. I had 100 average viewers. 100. Like, that's the best I've ever done with it. So I was like, oh, it's definitely time to submit that application. So I submit said application, and it takes 2 weeks for them to get back to you usually. It took them like 3 to 4 to get back to me. And here's what sucks, dude. So they check the information at the time of them looking at the email. So my stats were gone from those 4 weeks to go based off of. And they were just like, yeah, you don't really have much, because tragedy struck my life, and I had to stop streaming for a couple weeks. So you know how that goes. You don't stream for a week. It's like you didn't stream for 2 months in that community. And yeah, that's what happened. And they're just like, you don't really have an average viewer count. It's like, because it tanked down to like 40 or something. But It's like, dude, what do you want me to do? So I got rejected, unfortunately. But we're gonna try again though. We'll try again. We'll try again next time. I guess so yeah, for anybody out there, when you go to apply for a Twitch partner, make sure that like you keep that viewership consistent, because they're gonna look at it at the time they personally look at the email. So you could have the best stats. You could have the best stats ever a month ago when you applied, but if they don't check your application until like today, for instance, and you don't have those same numbers, they're gonna go based off of that, and it's like, that makes sense, right? But it's like, man, it just stinks that like there's no way for it to like, when you submit your application, it does like a freeze, and Twitch gets all the analytics they need from the moment you applied. So in cases like this happen, like small cases where like a tragedy occurs and you're not able to stream and you lose your viewership like that, but that's just a little bit of a the stinks thing that comes out of that. But I mean, I bet it feels just that much more rewarding when you get that purple check mark on your page. But I mean, it's not about that though. It's about the community and bringing entertainment for those that you don't really get a chance to see. Things of that nature that much. Like me personally, I've just been streaming Cool Stuff Maitland's Pokemon locals, along with other cool stuffs in the area's Pokemon tournaments, and like the community loves that stuff, man. Like the community loves it. Like I had a dad come up to me and tell me how much like his family loves watching it every Thursday night, and I'm like, dude, people like families watch this? Are you kidding me? Like I didn't know that. And that's what keeps us streamers going. It's not just the purple check mark and the little payouts that we get here and there. It's y'all, the lurkers, the subs, the donoers, the followers, the biddies. It's all about y'all. Now let's see if I can turbo through the rest of this before 2 o'clock. Let's see if I can do that. I think I can. Jinzo, gosh, man, I've opened so many Jinzos. Kind of want to play Goat. I miss Goat. I miss playing Goat. But it's such a flavor, flavor of the month format, like everybody in your circle has to be on it. Yeah, gotta love all these cool dragons in the set, though. There's so many just dragons, like newer ones and ones I'm used to seeing from over the years, like Debris Dragon and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. Oh, and we got Brother of the Firefist cards in here too. I should have pointed that out, because one of the last sets we opened on camera was oh man, Fist of the Gadgets. I'm pretty sure is the name of the set, and there was definitely a lot of Brotherhood of the Firefist cards, and it was a pretty interesting set. Tell you though, chat, I cannot wait to get home tonight. I mean, it's gonna be like 12, so I'm probably gonna go straight to sleep. Yeah, my day on Thursday starts at 5:45 in the morning and doesn't end until about 1 a.m. the following morning, because I work my shift here, and then right after I work my shift, I go and set up my stream that I stream the Pokemon tournaments on Thursday. Then that goes all the way until midnight usually, because it takes me a while to, because I do all the down stacking and like setting up myself. So this is a long day, but man, I am just itching to get home and play more of that Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's so good. There's so, like, I've never seen so many people just excited about a game. You know, of course there was a controversy behind it, like, wah, no national decks, wah, 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 wah. But game's great nonetheless. Like, it's so awesome. The wild area is just like extremely captivating. Like, granted, when you play it on like your Switch, like if you're playing it literally on like the handheld version, like off the TV, it looks a little because like the outlines and stuff. But ooh, Jinzo. Besides that though, it's a great game. It's a great release. They did a good job. Thank you, Game Freak, for giving me some serotonin in my life when I needed it the most. You know, it's a great game. I love the idea of like the whole like soccer stadium thing whenever you go and fight somebody, like a gym lead, or whenever you fight gym leaders. That's really cool. And being a card game player myself, I love the league cards. Those are super interesting. Just adds like flavor to the game, you know. I will say though, those Dynamax raids get a little bit harder once you get to higher levels, and you can't really rely on the computers anymore, because I can't tell you how frustrating it is. Let me tell you how frustrating it is. I'm going to fight this not Gigamax, this Dynamax Gigalith, and the dude puts shields on, and it's 5 bars of shield. So I'm like, all right, this is nuts. And the computer gives me a Clefairy, a Wishy-Washy, and a Togepi as my squad. It's like, what do I do with that? Like, the Wishy-Washy knew Hydro Pump, and it was literally just doing, like, a sliver of damage to the guy. And then, you know, I would just go in with my Hitmonlee and, you know, hit that Dynamax and try to hit him with the high jump kick. It misses, which makes no sense to me. How does a kick miss a gigantic Pokemon? Like, I don't know. I get it has 85 accuracy or whatever it is, but still, like, that doesn't make sense to me, physics-wise. But, yeah, I just couldn't beat it in 10 turns. Because, you know, you have a Togepi that's just using Life Dew. Then you have the Clefairy that's just, like, doing the same thing, basically. And then the Wishy-Washy doing nothing, dude. It was just, it was definitely sad. I gotta get some friends on a Switch so I can beat up some Dynamax Pokemon. But yeah, really, really good game. I think it was fantastic. I think it's been fantastic so far, and I honestly am very, very, very excited to see what the VGC has to offer for us. Speaking of video games, man, I haven't actually, not to lie, I was going to say, I haven't seen a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game in quite a bit, but they did just release one on the same console as well. They released Legacy of the Duelist on Switch, and I've been meaning to pick that up, actually. I know when you buy the game, too, you get 3 promos, so that's always cool. And I'm sure we all remember DDS Blue Eyes, so can you imagine what if one of those promos becomes, you know, good one day or something? I saw a copy of DDS out of the case at a video game store the other day. There was someone for like $10, dude. It was nuts. Should have bought it. I forgot that DDS was on the Color as well. I thought it was on the Advance the whole time, but it was actually on the Game Boy Color. I mean, you probably just played it in your Advance like the rest of the world did at when those things released. Remember Game Boy Micros? Those were sick. I remember I wanted one of those so bad. My mom was just like, it's literally the same thing, it's just smaller, you're just gonna lose it. And I'm like, yeah, exactly, that's why I want it. It's cool. And I have the potential of losing it, so that means I'm definitely gonna keep track of it more. my brain just couldn't grasp like the whole like, oh my, I can change the faceplates? Are you kidding me? Like it was just so wild. Nostalgia. Does that just kind of run the gaming industry right now? Is nostalgia? Nostalgia and contracts that require you to pump out games every 20 minutes, so they're not really finished on release. You know, speaking of new games, anyone out there playing the Norman Reedus Expedition game, Death Stranding? I heard that one's really good. But I also heard that you either love that game or you're just like, I can't do this. I was watching some footage of that game, and the guy was sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to build a what is that? A zip line. I was like, oh, okay. The game's interesting, the whole concept of it. But I don't know if I could play a game that's like literally a cutscene, because I already have a lot of JRPGs I'm trying to catch up on, and those games are actually just cutscenes with like 10-minute segments of battle. And it's not a jab, that's not a stab or anything like that. Like I welcome it. I love that kind of stuff. It's just I'm gonna stick to that genre if I'm gonna get that kind of gameplay, you know? Speaking of games and nostalgia and just rehashing things. Speaking of rehashing, I saw that they announced Halo Reach is coming out on December 4th or something like that. Which is upsetting because they should just release a whole Master Chief collection. I don't know why they haven't. Like what's holding you back? Just do it. I want to play 3 and 4. I'm trying to relive those days. I want to play some SWAT. Let's see. Did anything cool happen on the internet recently? Like on Twitch? I'm trying to think. We saw, I'm pretty sure it was VG Boot Camp. They had a big tournament for over at Xanadu for anime fighter games like BlazBlue, and that was pretty interesting. I love seeing those kind of games, like side-scrolling fighting games, because I can't play them. There's no way I could hold a fight stick and use that thing. There's like 27 buttons on that. Like, what do I even do with that, you know? I'm used to pressing A, B, up, down, left, right. That's like my purview of games. Or if I'm playing World of Warcraft, I'm used to pressing 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like, you give me more than 5 buttons, I'm just losing my mind. But they're sick to watch. Like, seeing those games played at a high level, like, dude, it's kind of breathtaking sometimes. Like, how are they doing all that? How do your hands do that? Are you a genie? Waking the Dragon. Makes me think of that one Bullet for My Valentine song that we all jammed out in high school. For like, you had it on repeat. You had to listen to it at least 4 times before you went to the next song on the album. You all know what I'm talking about. Alright, coming close to the end of this case. Coming close. Oh, and I missed it too. I'm 5 minutes over already. I didn't get to open the rest of this case like I thought I was going to be able to. Shame on me. It's okay though, we got this, chat. We always got this. You know, I could take this overtime to let y'all know about something. Y'all ever heard of Cool Stuff Games? Of course you have, because you're watching the stream right now for it. If you live in Florida, you have access to you have 7 stores you can go to right now. So many in Florida. and it's ever, you know, I mean, there could be more soon. You never know. But 7 stores in Florida, so I guarantee no matter where you live, you probably got a Cool Stuff within a few hours from you. And I'll tell you right now, it is an experience playing here because we have the best staff, hands down. Best staff ever. They all just want to help you out and help you game and just get you to the next game you want to play, you know, stuff like that. And all of our events are awesome. I speak mostly for the Maitland store because this is where I spend the most of my time at, and I can tell you, it's great. It's great. They have Magic on Mondays, Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays board game night. Thursday nights Pokemon. What's pulled so far? Check out. Okay, so right. Can I get my finger on the screen? Right on this one. Look at that screen right there. You see all the pulls. But Cool Stuff, there's just so many stores in Florida for you to go to and just have access to playing all these games. And Maitland is the best primarily because, check this out, all the cards are here. All the cards are here in the building. So if you order some cards on the computer and you go to, you know, buy them at the register or something, you can get them right there and then. They just have to go in the back and pull them for you. That's it. You know, that's all. That's all they got to do. It's not like, but at our satellite stores, you'll have to wait a couple days, but still, a couple days to have your cards delivered to you at the store you play at for free. Because if you do store pickup, it's free. But if you have it shipped to your house, obviously it costs money and stuff. But like, store pickup for free, you order on Monday. Oh, I need it for F&M on Friday. You go to the store on Friday, and it's there for you, ready to play in your Magic tournament, ready to play in your Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Like, Cool Stuff, it just takes care of you exponentially. You know? So if you live in Florida, you're lucky. Also, what is up, Casual TCG? How you doing, man? How goes it? So I've just now, I've opened a whole, I'm at the tail end of a whole entire case of this set. And then after I finish the case of this set, we're gonna move on and bust open. We're gonna bust open a case of that as well. So we're doing a whole case of this Yu-Gi-Oh set. Then I'm doing a whole case of the Vanguard set. And then I'm gonna go stream Pokemon tournament. Because I think that's how the time's gonna line up. Oof. Packs. Yeah, there's my rantings. So you got all the good bits in this case. Oh yeah, we've pulled, like 99% sure we've pulled every single card on this list. Yeah, we've pulled every single card on the hot list. So you got the ones you're seeing featured on the screen right there. And then really quick, I'll show you, like, we got all that trap card. We got some of her. She's in the stack somewhere. And then I got a lot of these cards as well. So we got a good amount of stuff out of this case. Pulled some goodies. Well, those kitchen dragon maids too. I just opened 2 of them back to back. That's wild. Wild. Yo, but Sword and Shield though. Oh my goodness. US. Yes. in the United States of America. But yeah, Sword and Shield chat. I can't wait to play it later on. It's so good. So awesome. So broken. So busted. Good ratios or too much short print. I mean, it seems good. Like all the cards on my hot list, we've pulled quite a bit of them. So I think this is just a decent set actually as far as ratios go. So yeah, I would say good ratios. And like again, this is just a whole case right here. So this is one case of information for y'all. I will say I've opened like 50 Jinzos too. Let's move these out of the way. On the home stretch of the case right now, before I move on to the Card Fight Vanguard case. All right, here we go. Last after this one that's in my hand. Last three right here. Let's see what we get. Good. Got Mardell. That's one of the hot ones. Velgus. All right, and last of the Mohicans on this case. Let's see what it is. It is a Dragon Maid. Welcome is the last card of our pull in this case. All right. So, thank you for tuning in. We're not done yet, though. We're nowhere near done yet. Nowhere near done, for real. There's like a mountain in these boxes. I'm not even kidding. But this is next, everybody. We're going to open up Card Fight Vanguards in... What the... Infant... Oh my... What is this name, dude? Infant Identity? Infant Identity Cradle. Infant Identity Cradle. Crazy name.
Deity.
Infant Deity Cradle. He got us. Infant Deity Cradle. We're going to open a case of that in just a moment here. So don't go anywhere. I got to clean up a little bit really quick and get it set up for, change the overlay up a little bit too. So we'll be right back. Get yourself a drink. Don't you go anywhere. More action in just a second.